What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another custom head sculpt review from Demoniacal Fit or Possessed Horse, whatever you know them by. This time we're going to be taking a look at the normal base Begeta head as well as the Super Saiyan Blue-Shinka Begeta. So I know most people are just getting this for the normal version and a lot of people are skipping out on this one. But for whatever reason, I decided to pick it up and see what it's all about because I thought it looked pretty decent. And so we will be finding that out today. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at that sexy packaging and then we'll get these things out and see what they're all about. Now for the sexy packaging, I'll show them individually, but I'll just show one and then I'll flip the other one around. As you guys can see, there's an image on both of them of Vegeta turned around with his arms crossed. You've got the normal hair here, which looks a little gray on the box. And then you have the blue evolution right here, the Possessed Horse logo right there. It says Begeta Custom Head Sculpt or Super Saiyan Blue-Shinka Begeta. You got the warning, ages 15 and up, Possessed Horse, made in China, all the legal stuff on the bottom. And right here, you can find all of their social media. Go check them out. No one cares about any of this. Nothing much going on the side. You got Begeta right there, nothing at the top. Begeta right there, and then of course on the back you do have all the faceplates that you get, how to interchange them. That's in Chinese, so I can't read that at all, but yeah, it tells you what all it comes with as well right there. And so that's pretty much what you get on this one as well. Nothing much, same stuff, same stuff, same stuff, same stuff. So let's go ahead and put these back and take a look at the inner packaging because I know some people like to see that, so I always show it with these things. And so for all my guys who like to see what they look like in the inner packaging, here you go. Now, if you're wondering why it looks weird at the bottom of both of these, it's because I already took the back hair pieces out and I put them in some hot water because every time you get a custom head sculpt from Demoniacal Fit, you need to put it in some hot water before you change it. Do not try to force these on the peg as soon as you get them. Put them in hot water to make sure you're protecting your figure and you don't break any joints. So got that part taken care of. Let's go ahead and take a look at these and see what these are about. All right, now as you can see, I do have both of these out of the package. And the first thing I want to say is that Demoniacal Fit is really coming a long way when it comes to their paint. They are getting so much better, and that's something I appreciate because that alone really makes these worth buying. As you guys can see, I do have the 2.0 Evolution Blue head attached to the 2.0 Super Saiyan body, and then of course I have the base Vegeta head attached to the Broly film body, and that's just the 2.0 Super Saiyan Blue. And man, I really enjoy these. I do think there is one thing they could have done to make this head sculpt a little bit better. It's not going to be, it's not a nitpick or anything or a complaint. It's just something I feel like they probably should have done to make it look a little better. But I will get into this one second because I haven't really seen many people talk about this one. I'm going to go over this guy real quick, the base form, and then we'll pick him back up. So let's go ahead and put this guy back and then let's talk a little bit about this one. Now for our base form head sculpt, I do want to say one more time, the paint on this is really clean. I love the matte finish that they did for the black, and this is just perfect because this is the updated head sculpt that we wanted for Vegeta in his base form, because Tamashii Nations likes to repaint the hair that they've already used, and I feel like if they would have did this with the 2.0 Vegeta they released and just gave us at least one normal head sculpt, we could have been a little bit satisfied. But now we have an accurate Dragon Ball Super version of Vegeta. And really, this doesn't even have to be used for just Super. Because his hair kind of started to narrow a bit even more towards the end of Z. So I feel like this is going to look good on a lot of the other bodies, which of course I am going to show. But as you guys can see, it is very clean. I don't have any issues with this whatsoever. I've looked this thing top to bottom to try and find something like a paint imperfection or something, but absolutely nothing. And now I'm going to cover the expressions real quick. Of course, you do have the default face. You have this teeth gritted face, which also looks great if it will focus. There we go. This just looks so good. Then you do have his powering up face, as you guys can see, Once again, this is a Tamashii Nation sculpt, but just the fact that they painted over it and made it look good, I like this because they have made some mistakes. Now, the one I want to save for last is this one, because a lot of us did not like this face with the Super Saiyan God Vegeta, just because it didn't really look that good. Something was off about it. And let me switch my focus. There we go. But with this guy right here, this expression gives you classic Vegeta. This is that cocky, arrogant, I'm about to beat you to a pulp Vegeta. And I love it. This expression really matches this base head. And so I think this is perfect. It looks better and it just looks more accurate. And so for the base head, I gotta say they did a great job. I'm satisfied, and that's all I gotta say about this one. This one definitely worth picking up. And now for the Evolution Blue Head Sculpt. This one I want to talk a little bit about because this is a release that really could have gone either way. The first one that they put out before was decent, but it wasn't one that a lot of people liked. But at the same time, I feel like it had a little bit more accuracy. Now, the reason I say that is because there's not a whole lot of images of Vegeta in this form online, but I did find a few, and his hair is not as narrow in this form. It's much more wild, it's much more flowing, and so I feel like they couldn't have gone wrong if they would have just repainted the other one again and given us an updated version. Now, that being said, this also has a matte finish, and Vegeta in his Evolution Blue form is always glowing. And so that leads me to say what I was about to say earlier. I really feel like they couldn't have gone the wrong direction if they would have just gave this one a gloss finish. I think it would have topped this off and made it a little bit better. Not to say that it's bad by any means. I actually like this one more than the normal head sculpt just because they did do a phenomenal job with it. But I do think that would have topped it off. Now that I've rambled on about that, I'll show it off a bit. As you guys can see, once again, the face is perfect. I don't see too many paint imperfections. Granted, there's a little bit missing right there that could have been filled in. But once you put it back, that's not even something that you really notice. I don't see any paint bleeding off. Compared to the first one that I had, there was a chip at the back of the hair where it just didn't even connect to the neck. So it just looked bad, and I never ended up keeping my first one. But this looks really good. That glossy finish would have did it for me, but I still do really like it. And so I'll show off the other faces as well. Let me straighten him up. Want him looking straight. All right, now you do have the grinning face. I don't know if he even made this expression in this form, because when he powered up, he was on it the whole rest of the tournament of power. Like, he was just trying to beat Jiren, beat Topo, and push past his limits. But it's still cool that they included this. I'm glad they did. And one thing I'll say is that the gloss that they put in the eye, like the glare, it looks a little weird from certain angles. But, I mean, it is accurate to the anime, so I can't complain about the fact that they added it. Next up here is the powering up face, which I think this one is the most pivotal, because if you watch the Tournament of Power, you do know that he did the final explosion against Topo, so this can help to reenact that scene. And then, of course, you do have the teeth-gritted, angry, frustrated Vegeta. And so, once again, every expression, paintwork on these, exceptional. Demoniacal fit, you killed it with these. I really can't say anything else. And before I got to doing the body swaps, I just wanted to kind of show my appreciation to Demoniacal Fit for actually listening to the fans. Granted, while this isn't an authentic product, the fact that they have given us every iteration of Vegeta that we've been wanting Bandai to give us for the longest just goes to show that they really are paying attention to what we have to say. So, I know it's not authentic, but hey, I'm just glad that we have companies like this out there that do listen to us and that can also push the authentic companies to give us more stuff like this. Because whether you know it or not, I do feel like Demoniacal Fit really plays a part in why Tamashii Nations is giving us all these updated versions of figures that they've already given us. And so I really do like all of these. Honestly, I would say that the Super Saiyan is easily the worst. But I think the only reason it is because they didn't decide to add in a little bit of extra yellow or an extra tint of yellow to kind of bring the Super Saiyan essence out. But everything else, the Super Saiyan God Pack is amazing. This base form, amazing. And this evolution head sculpt is amazing. Super Saiyan was lacking a bit, but it's still great. So if you haven't gotten these, definitely to spice your Vegeta figures up, go pick up some of these. Now to go ahead and wrap this one up quickly, because I did do quite a bit of talking in this video, I'll show the size comparisons pretty quick. As you guys can see, we do have the base head sculpt on the 2.0 Scouter Vegeta body, which doesn't look too bad. And then of course we do have the evolution head on the Majin Vegeta body. Now here the two of these guys are in reverse, and as you can see, the base head sculpt does look really good on the Majin Vegeta. The skin tone doesn't exactly match, but it's not too noticeable, just depending on the light that you have on it. And then lastly, here the Evolution Blue head sculpt is on the SH Figuarts 2.0 Broly Dragon Ball Super Vegeta body, and then the default head sculpt is basically on the 2.0 Super Saiyan Vegeta that was released. And they look good all around. They really do. Now for my final thoughts on these two, I don't really have a whole lot to say. I think I pretty much covered it over the course of the review. These are great, man. Both of them. Not just the base head. The Evolution Blue head is just as good. And it's very enjoyable. I took quite a few photos of these guys. I'm probably not going to put all of them at the end of this video, if I even decide to add them at all. But man, these definitely add fun factor to Vegeta. If you have any Vegeta figure, just having these is just so dope. I love these. Demoniacal fit. Kudos. I mean, that's really all I can say. Paint on these is good. I can't critique the sculpt because it's not their own, but it's good. And for, I think, 25 bucks a piece, 30 at the most, I'd say these are well worth adding to your collection. So that's my review. I do really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. That way you guys don't miss out. Also, check out my Twitch. I am going to leave the link in the description for that as well. Check me out on Twitch. I stream every Wednesday and Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's just another way you guys can keep up with me. But I do hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and you guys take it easy. Peace.